Welcome back to the Productivity Podcast, where I give you a daily productivity tip so you can get the most out of your time, your talent, and your ideas. I'm your host, Brandon White. Here we go. When is the last time you actually enjoyed going to a meeting? The fact is, we have too many meetings and we hate going to meetings. A study by two psychologists out of the University of Nebraska, Professors Long and Rolenberg, revealed in a study that the more meetings one has to attend and the more time one spends in meetings, the greater negative effect. And they go on to reveal that meetings that start late, lack structure, and run long are the most dreaded. Furthermore, the indication of a meeting starting late or starting without all the invited parties had a direct effect on the perceived outcome of the meeting. For example, starting late equaled poor organization, running late, and major dread. And here's the worst part. After these long, unstructured, dreadful meetings, you are drained, which means that your productivity goes down. The way to change this that I found is one, shorter meetings. I schedule meetings for 15 or 20 minutes. I do not schedule anything for an hour because if you do, you will try to fill that hour and the other person will too. So I make short meetings. And if a meeting needs to be longer, maybe an hour, I make it 50 minutes. If you put odd numbers in your meeting times when you invite people, they will pay more attention to time to making sure they get to the point, they show up prepared, and they're ready to discuss what we need to discuss. Another thing that I do in meetings is determine at the beginning of the meeting what we are doing here. Are we addressing a question, a concern, or do we need a decision? And if you can start your meeting with that at the beginning, you usually can get meetings that were scheduled for an hour down to 15 or 20 minutes. This week, schedule your meetings shorter, make them weird times like 15, 20, or even 25 minutes, and see what happens. I guarantee you, if you put this into action, you're going to have a more productive day. And if you do this, drop me a line. Let me know what you did, and I'll read it on a future show. Thanks for listening. Your move. Hey, real quick before you go, please remember to hit follow on your podcast player. You won't miss any episodes, and it helps support us bring you the show daily. Thanks for listening. We'll talk tomorrow.